Praise be Jesus Christ. I'm wearing my crew shirt today. Care, respond, evangelize, worship. A little while ago, I discovered Saint Miriam of Bethlehem. I've totally fallen in love with her. She's the Carmelite nun who died at the age of 33. She was canonized in 2015. At the age of 3, Miriam was orphaned. And then at the age of 12, she was visiting a family from another religion. And the father of the family said, "You ought to join our religion." And little Miriam, 12-year-old, she responded, "I'm Catholic. And I honestly hope to die in my Catholic faith, which is the only true one." The father went into a rage and cut little Miriam's throat, and the father and mother threw her body into a ditch out in the outskirts and left her to die. She was shown during this time heaven, and then when she came to, the Blessed Mother was there, and the Blessed Mother stitched up her wound and nursed her back to health. Saint Miriam is known for a lot of wonderful mystical phenomena. My favorite one is on a number of occasions in front of witnesses, she would levitate and she would be in a tree, a lime tree, singing of God's love like the birds. And there's just a number of wonderful phenomena and beautiful teaching from this great saint. But one of the things she was shown on a number of occasions was heaven, purgatory, and hell. Sister Emmanuel Maillard, who wrote this little book on Saint Miriam of Bethlehem, she writes, "During this rapture, the Blessed Mother introduced her to heaven, showed her purgatory, and hell as well." And then Sister Emmanuel, she speaks about the silence today. We don't talk about these things anymore. She says, in our era, and especially in the West, we suffer a sort of conspiracy of silence about these things. We don't dare talk about them, either out of fear of ridicule or out of ignorance. When was the last time you heard a priest preaching on the reality of hell? She goes on to say, Saint Miriam reminds us that we are created for heaven. We are made for this union of eternal love with the Lord. Our soul yearns for the courts of our God, says the psalmist. And she goes on to say, these things, so important to all, are rarely ever preached about. May they be preached about again, because without this perspective of eternity, where is man headed today? From 2 Corinthians chapter 4, Paul says, "For this momentary light affliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all measure, as we look not to what is seen, but to what is unseen." Viva Christore!